Good morning. I'm Pastor Steve Prickett of the Warrior Christian Fellowship. Thanks for being part of this devotional time today. I hope God is blessing your life and you're doing well. I pastor at the Warrior Christian Fellowship. You can find out about us at www.wcfri.org. You know, the Bible is full of many wonderful stories. In Judges chapter 16, we find an amazing story about Samson. Samson's with Delilah, and she's questioning him and saying, how come you, if you love me, you don't tell me everything, like how he gets his strength? Well, he told her by being a Nazarite that from birth, he had never had his hair cut, and that's where he got his strength. So she got him to fall asleep on her lap. The Bible says on her knees. He fell asleep on her knees, and she had his head shaved. Well, he lost his strength. He was put into prison. And one day, the Philistine says, let's bring Samson out to amuse us. So they brought him out, and they chained him, tied him between two pillars. And to ridicule Samson, they had gouged his eyes out. Well, in verse 28, Samson called unto the Lord and said, O Lord God, remember me, I pray, and strengthen me. Has to be an embarrassing scene for Samson. Here he is, God's servant, has killed thousands with just a jawbone of an ass. And here he is, he's been a judge over Israel for 20 years, blessed with supernatural strength. And here he is with his eyes gouged out, standing before to amuse people that worship pagan gods. And worst of all, he's there because of his own sin, his own foolishness, because he wouldn't say no to a temptress, Delilah. He had been caught unaware, defenseless, and helpless. Well, why would anyone use Samson as an example of faith? Because he failed miserably. He should be an example of how to throw everything away that God has given you, how sin can wreck your life. Well, that he is too, but Samson is an example of God honoring with overcoming faith. You know, God himself mentions his name in the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, in what is called the Hall of Faith, with people like Abraham and Moses and others, and Samson's method. Because out of Samson's weakness, he became strong. Even after all his unfaithfulness, all his shameful conduct, his detestable sins, he became man of God again and prayed for God to strengthen him and to help him. And if you go on and read that story, Samson put his hands against those pillows, pushed them apart, the house fell and collapsed and killed everyone in it. So I want to tell you something. And what's the point of all this? If you've made a mess of your life, if you've done things you shouldn't have done, had thoughts you shouldn't have had, done things that are detestable before God, God is a God of second chances. God is a God of forgiveness. You can turn to God and pray. Ask God to strengthen you again. And you know what? He will. Every time. Because nobody loves you more than God. Nobody forgives more than God. Nobody cares more than God. If you're struggling today, turn to God. Ask him to help you. He will. He's done that for me in my life. He can do that for you and yours. And he did it for Samson and his. He did it for many throughout the Bible. So just turn to him and trust him. He will strengthen you again. He will put you on the right path. I hope this devotion was helpful to you. I hope you have a wonderful day. May God bless you, and may you join us again tomorrow. Have a great day.